A single word is never enough to describe such a place of this character. Calm and collected, sharp and simple, bold and brave. This town, surrounded by fields and mountains, is an ideal destination for a laid-back and pleasant travel experience. I am Roy, your travel hotshot. Join me as we discover the only town in the province named after a hero. Dito sa Ganda mo, Pangasinan.
Simulan na ang pasala. Pumasat sa Pangasinan, balikan ang lahat na papasaya. Kalula, klasin ang taglay na ganda. Siguradong mag-enjoy ka. Kalula, pumasat sa Pangasinan, balikan ang lahat na papasaya. Kalula, klasin ang taglay na ganda. Siguradong mag-enjoy ka. Kalilat Pangasinan.
Pupunta ka ng Bugallon? Kayang-kaya yon. Kung may sariling sasakyan, tahakin lang ang NLEX take the Luisita exit going to Camiling Tarlac via mga Taran. This will take roughly 4 hours before reaching the town of Bugallon. Pag nag-commute, take a bus from Cubao going to Alaminos or Bulinaw, then drop off at Bugallon's famous landmark. Bus fare is 400 to 500 depending on the bus type. 4 to 5 hours ang biyahe, but definitely you'll enjoy the ride.
In the history of Bugallon, that is the annual celebration of Bugallon Day, which is held every 12th of January. That is also the time where we celebrate our Carabao Festival. Before, Salasa, or the town proper, wasn't exactly located here. It was located somewhere else. But because of the flooding and erosion that place was prone to, they transferred the town proper here. So the town proper is now here in Poblacion. The church here is St. Andrew Catholic Church, but the old church, which is Our Lady of Lourdes, remained there in Salasa. And there's a folklore that says, because every time they attempted to move the church here in the new place, someone died. So they left it. The church is still there now. It still has its congregation. So in the new town proper, it has a new church. We have 3 heritage houses which still retained its authenticity and its antiqueness. It's just beside this park. The name of Bugallon before was Salasa. It was changed in 1921. The name Salasa came from a word here in our local word, which is a wooden house, that part of the flooring which is attached to the wooden house. That's where the origins of Salasa came from. But in 1921, in honor of our local hero, General Jose Torres Bugallon, it was changed to Bugallon.
Whos and wherefores are often ignored, but they give better understanding to the whys of life. They are the torch that lights the path of every searching soul, and the voices that whisper the values we believe. In this town, a man whose bravery and power has become the symbol of hope, his life remembered, principles emulated, and his name celebrated.
Jose Torres Bugallon is a historical figure. He is called the hero of the Battle of La Loma. But Jose Torres Bugallon was actually born here in the town called Salasa before, which is now Bugallon. His mother was the local here. She was a mestiza from Salasa. Aside from that, he was not only born here, he also spent his elementary days here in Bugallon. He was a decorated soldier. He was an aide-de-camp to Antonio Luna during the Filipino-American War. He was so significant and important to the troops of Antonio Luna that when he was fatally wounded in the Battle of La Loma, Antonio Luna was quoted saying to save the life of General Torres at all costs, and because his life is worth 500 Filipino soldiers. But unfortunately, he still died, and in honor of that, he's now the hero of La Loma. His corpse was buried in Malolo Cemetery, but on January 12, 1958, that's the time that this monument in his honor was built, his bones were transferred and is at the foot of that monument where we are now standing to celebrate his legacy. Being a native-born son of the town, he brought honor to this town, and because of him, the town Salasa, where he was born and he spent elementary, is now named Bugallon in his honor.
Jose Torres Bugallon, a child of this town, a young general, a hero. He, who is the namesake of this historical municipality, shall forever remain Bugallon's very own pride and glory. Past and present generations of this town are proud of their agricultural industry. Indeed, that in front of the People's Park strategically stood a bronze-finished monument of a giant farmer and a carabao. While friends and family enjoy the wide space and cool winds of the park beside the municipal hall, they are greeted by the almost 20-feet landmark, reminding them of the town's history and the earliest form of living known in Bugallon.
That monument was built in 2006 by the party list of Anak Pawis, which is representing workers' minority groups, peasants, folk fishermen, and the like. So that is a carabao because principally the municipality of Bugallon is an agricultural town. So our main produce are crops such as rice, corn, cassava, sugarcane, and vegetables. So being the carabao, alam naman natin, yun yung national beast of burden ng ating country. So it's very representative of this agricultural town. That is actually called the Giant Farmer and Carabao Landmark. When you say Bugallon, it's associated with that landmark, with the Carabao Landmark. People who are commuting or meeting up, they usually meet there at the Carabao of Bugallon. So, whereas before this area was called the Freedom Park, now it is called the People's Park. In our People's Park, there are actually a lot of activities being done here. Primarily, every Monday, the LGU holds its flag ceremony and it's being done here. And as well, a lot of children, because the playground is right there, a lot of children are coming over from their neighboring schools and playing during their break time. At the same time, on weekends, there are families that spend time here. Summer season, and they can have a picnic, and they can also do photo shoots for their pre-debuts and weddings and all, because there are a lot of nice views around. In terms of the tourism for Bugallon, this park is able to attract a lot of tourists, especially locally. So it's a place where they can come over.
This landmark has beautifully captured the essence and beauty of this humble municipality. And as it rose in the heart of the town where people with different walks of lives share spaces with delight, Bugallonians are gifted with a place where they can unwind, socialize, and celebrate their strength, tenacity, and perseverance. Windows and walls make a house beautiful, but it's the stories behind the splits and scratches that brings life and soul to each corners of these structures. Across the ages, some may have been torn down, some may have been restored. But here in Ignacio Cantu Street, just a few distance from the famous park, couple of houses from the 1930s graciously stood the test of time.
Ang tawag po sa house ay yung Carmelo Canto Heritage House po. Na-construct po ang bahay around 30s, specifically 1936 po, according to my father. Ang sabi po nila, sila father ko, ang bahay ay gawa sa isang first class wood na tinatawag na kalyot. Nasa siguro 60% pa po yung original structure ng bahay. Yung 40% po na na-renovate, ginawa po siya kasi ginawa pong kwarto, yung iba naman ginawang kusina para mas magmukha siyang presentable, kumbaga.
Six years na po akong naninilbihan sa kanila. Parang tunay mo ng tirahan yan. Laging nililinis kasi tuwing may nakakita kami ng parang may parte ng may anay, pinapa-spray namin po yun. Wala pa pong nare-renovate sa loob. As is pa rin noon hanggang ngayon.
The Ignacio Cantu Street where the heritage houses are located is named after the original owners of the last remaining house in its original state. Para sa mga nais bumisita, maaaring kuhanan ng litrato ang mga heritage houses mula sa kalsada. These are not just houses. They are life-size treasure chests that live through times, witnessing children grow, lovers tango, and successes echo. They are our connection to the past and our representation of our culture. Truly a magnificent landmark. These houses are one of the many prides of this historic town of Bugallon.
Kalilat Pangasinan.
Lemonade Hotel, Camp John Hay, your gracious host in Baguio City. For inquiries and reservations, call us at 0917-526-7049 or 074-300-6525 or email us at rsvn.lemonade@amg.com. Lemonade Hotel, your gracious host in Baguio City.
Kalilat Pangasinan.
Truths and tales are carried over generations to recognize cultures and traditions. They are an explication to what influenced today. Some are written, some are told. Some are etched in walls and floors so old. Where things begun, only we'll know through the stories that will be sold.
At kung papansinin po natin yung story po ng St. Andrew the Apostle Parish, nabuo po ito o na-establish po itong parokyang ito dito po sa bayan ng Bugallon sapagkat noon po ay nabaha at lumubog ang dating bayan ng Bugallon, ang Salasa. At ito po ay na-establish noong July 1920. There were times na nagpapabigat siya. Siguro yun yung dahilan siguro na binibigyan niya ang tao ng dahilan na huwag sana siyang ilipat. Pero dahil po doon sa bahang yon, siguro nagkataon din po na pumayag din po siya. St. Andrew is telling the people na sana ay maibalik palalo yung pananampalataya ng mga tao na sa pagpapapigil po niya, ibig sabihin ay sana manatili po ang tao sa kanilang pananampalataya sa ating Panginoon. Isa po sa inspirasyon ng parokyang ito ay nakakuha po tayo ng relic ni St. Andrew. At meron na rin po tayong novena para po sa kanya. At ginagawa po namin ito linggo-linggo tuwing Huwebes po ng umaga. Pagkatapos po ng banal na misa alas 6:30 po ng umaga, meron po tayong debosyon. At pinapalalim po namin ito upang sa ganon ang mga tao po dito sa Bugallon ay patuloy pong lumapit at maging katulad po ni San Andres sa pagsunod po niya sa ating Panginoon.
Aside from the relic of St. Andrew the Apostle na nakadisplay dito sa aming parokya, makikita rin dito na nakadisplay ang mga original bell na nanggaling pa doon sa Salasa.
They found this church in the name of St. Andrew, kaya naging St. Andrew Parish. After a while, in 1920, because of the experience ng mga tao dito sa Salasa, of the flood, no, and other reason, calamity, ganun, they have to transfer in the town. In 1920, they built the church there. Kasi noon, ang setting ng Spanish, kung nasan yung munisipyo, nandun yung simbahan. Itong Salasa, it is a barangay, no? Barangay Salasa. Naging Salasa siya because of the question of the Spaniard sa mga tao dito. Tinatanong anong ginagawa nila. Siguro they are asking about their livelihood. Yung gumagawa sila ng pinawar sa kanilang mga bahay, yung sala-sala. So, this Spaniard thought that the name of the place is Salasa.
Ditong Salasa, may ilog. Yan. Habang tumatagal, lumalalim yung ilog. Naging berde ang tubig. Nang tumatagal na ganyan parati, nag-i-erode. Akala ng mga tao dito, makaabot dito, kaya gusto nilang ilipat. Pero bago yung ilipat, nang minubuhat na gusto nang ilipat, ayaw pabuhat. Pagkatapos may lumabas pang malaking ahas. Kaya natakot sila, hindi na ginalaw. Kaya yun na. Pero nung dumating na si Mama Mary, nung kwan nito, nagpusa mo na nagpabuhat doon. Kaya yan ang nandun ngayon. Formerly, town ito. Yung sa kabila, yung Bugallon ngayon, Anagaw. Kaya noong nag-erode nga, nag-isip yung mga tao na ililipat yung petrol sink namin sa Bugallon. Ayaw naman.
In 1935, upon the experience of Doña Guer Gonzales, nandito siya, nagdi-devotion, at ang parokya ay nire-restore ng mga Franciscan Capuchin, yung mga nandyan sa Our Lady of Lourdes sa Quezon City. So, there are two reasons. First, sila ay may devotion kay Mama Mary ng Lourdes. Si Doña Guer Gonzales, naranasan niya yung miraculous healing sa kanyang sakit na cancer ng Our Lady of Lourdes. Kaya naging Our Lady of Lourdes ito, second parish of the town of Bugallon. So, dahil nga dun sa karanasan na yun ni Doña Guer Gonzales, i-denominate niya yung image ng Our Lady of Lourdes dito. Na, if I'm not mistaken, 89 years na siyang present dito sa parish. Yung bagong name niya, naging Our Lady of Lourdes because of that experience of Doña Gonzales.
Tuwan-tuwa kami ha, siya ang petrol sink namin. Sabiro mo lahat ng mga kwanday pag may problema, lalo ako, lahat ng hinihingi kay Mama Mary, miracle ka mo.
Miracles and tales, facts or mere fiction. It is the values that leave an indelible mark in every wandering mind and faithful hearts. It is like the story on how St. Andrew the Apostle Parish is connected to Our Lady of Lourdes Parish. Every Bugallonian is connected in faith. Fuel and find your inner peace in the presence of the earth's natural wonder. Be embraced by the clear blue skies, lush greeneries, and the serene landscape. In this glorious mountain, stay in touch with your mind, search your purpose, and find life's meaning. It is a journey that would surely lift the spirits up. 15 to 20 minutes by private car or 20 to 30 minutes by tricycle, mararating na ang Mount Zion Pilgrim Mountain. 300 ang arkila sa tricycle mula town proper papunta at pabalik. Una namang bubungad ang chapel dito sa lugar na ito.
Ang salitang Mount Zion, kung titingnan po natin sa Sacred Scripture, lalo tingin sa New Testament, ay tumutukoy po sa Heavenly Jerusalem o God's Holy Eternal City. So dito po nagkaroon inspirasyon yung aming namayapang Father Founder na si Mas Fidelis Limcaco na ipangalan lugar ito sa Mount Zion, sapagkat sa lugar nito ay makaka-experience ka ng presensya ng Diyos, kapahinga ng isipan, kaluluwa at naging katawan. Marami pong pumupunta dito from different places, and pag mahal na araw po ay dinadagsa po ng tao para po magdasal ng Station of the Cross. Meron po kami mga workers na nag-maintain sa kalinisan at kaayusan ng loob at labas ng building ng Mount Zion Pilgrim Mountain. And at the same time, meron po mga NGOs na tumutulong at nagbibigay ng libre serbisyo. Meron po kami nga tinatawag na environmental fee na kung saan lahat po ng sasakyan na pumapasok ay may katumbas na bayad. Ang bisikleta po ay nagkakahalaga po ng 5 piso. Ang tricycle ay 15 pesos. Ang 4 wheels ay 20 pesos. Pero yung mga big buses ay 100. At itong environmental fee na nakolekta ay ginagamit pambayad sa security guard na nagbabantay sa araw at sa gabi dito po sa loob ng Mount Zion Pilgrim Mountain. Dito po sa loob po ng chapel ay matatagpuan nyo po yung mga sinaunang gamit, mga santo at santa na kinolekta ng aming namayapang founder na si Mas Fidelis Limcaco. Mga antik na gamit na kaya inaalagaan po namin mabuti para mapreserba ang mga antigo sa loob ng Mount Zion Pilgrim Mountain. Usually, ang taon po ng mga paintings na mga statue po ng santo dito po ay umaabot po ng 100 years pababa.
Nandito na tayo sa image ni Mama Mary. It's only 5 minutes walk away from the chapel. At sabi nila meron daw itong approximately 65 steps patunta sa taas. So tara, akitin natin. Ang rebulto ni Mama Mary ito ay umaabot ng 30 feet ang taas. 10 to 15 minutes walk mula dun sa rebulto ni Mama Mary, makakarating tayo dito sa rebulto ni Jesus Christ na merong taas na umaabot ng 40 feet. At sa lahat naman ng mga gustong pumasyal dito, maaari po tayong bumisita dito mula alas 7 ng umaga hanggang alas 6 ng hapon sa araw ng Lunes hanggang Sabado. Tuwing Linggo naman po, bukas ang Mount Zion mula alas 6 ng umaga hanggang alas 5 ng hapon. To see is to believe, they say. And in Mount Zion, to visit is to experience. It is a holistic encounter, a warm embrace, a comforting touch. It is more than just a tourist spot. It is a home for the soul.
Kalilag Pangasinan.
Looking for a place to stay in Baguio City? Find your calm at Hotel Supreme. A good dip at their pool. Clean and comfortable rooms with a view. Accommodating staff. You can also enjoy a sip of coffee at their coffee shop. Good food for a good mood at their restaurants. Spacious halls for events, and many more. A perfect balance of business and relaxation, all at Hotel Supreme.
Kalilat Pangasinan.
Invasive and indigenous to some parts of South and Southeast Asia, this miracle plant is a blessing to Bugallon's community. Aside from its vibrant dark purple color and its sweet and tangy flavor, it also boasts some medicinal benefits helpful in fighting and preventing certain diseases. In this town, a fun way of consuming duhat is taking the center stage.
We prepared duhat wine as our one town, one product. Way back 2010, we were awarded by the DNR with 131 CBFM, which is our community-based forest management. Trees are planted in the mountains. That includes duhat wine. So we have a good supply from the upland for us to have our raw materials to provide for our one town, one product, which is the duhat wine. It is helping our community and our municipality of Bugallon, because we are able to help our farmers to have jobs and create livelihood.
Noon po, ang duhat wine nasasayang din lang. Pero nung nag-umpisa na kami dito sa duhat wine, ito na yun, nagkaroon din po ng hanap buhay. Nakatulong ito sa aming komunidad.
Our cooperative, Lagit Padilla Multipurpose Cooperative, was been organized by the year 1991 and was been accredited by 1992, and we started producing our duhat wine by 2003. And it is been accredited again by the government and the municipality of Bugallon by 2008.
April o May, gumagawa kami ng duhat wine. After 6 months, mga November, sinasiphon namin. After 2 months uli, siphon uli, ilalagay sa malinis na bottle. Tapos, hanggang susunod na taon, mayroon uli ng yung duhat fruit, gagawa uli kami. Kaya hindi kami tumipigil sa paggawa. Pag tumatagal, mas lalong sumasarap.
Our duhat wine has been sold here locally in our barangay, Lagit Padilla, and to our municipality and to the other towns. And it also reached nationally and internationally. A bottle costs 210 on retail. Wholesale prices, it will cost only 200 per bottle as a wholesale price. Please visit our Lagit Padilla Multipurpose Cooperative po. We are located here in Barangay Lagit Padilla, Bugallon, Pangasinan.
The journey that started from a small cooperative in Barangay Lagit Padilla is now slowly harvesting the fruits of its labor. The quality wines extracted from the seasonal fruit duhat is starting to be widely recognized by bigger consumers, helping not just the cooperative and its members, but also the town of Bugallon.
Because our town is oriented and we have a good mayor Our vision is that a top-class municipality in the field of good governance, information technology, health, tourism, and commerce, governed by God-oriented people, leaders, home of globally competitive and locally anchored commitment. The economic development of Bugallon is fast approaching. If you consider our mountain, we have solar energy ongoing. Our tagline is one Bugallon, organized, nurtured, empowerment. And the meaning of this is that we are gathered together for the development and empowerment of our tourism industry.
We are inviting you to visit our place, Bugallon, where you can find beautiful and friendly people in our place and discover the best destination in our place. Come and visit our town, Bugallon. One Bugallon.
One Bugallon! One Bugallon!
Just like a hero who braved the wars despite all of the odds against them, this historic municipality stood strong in the midst of all the setbacks it has encountered. Slowly and surely, Bugallon is rising to become a powerful town, carrying the legacy of the admirable homegrown general. As this town moves forward, do know there is only one Bugallon. Being born and raised in Bugallon is no simple feat, for we believe that in every Bugallonian, a blood of a hero runs. Our great pride fuels the flame in our hearts, but we are humbled by fate bounding our feet to the ground. As I look back in the rich history of our municipality, the story on how our town was named before and then is one story to tell. We are truly blessed to have two Catholic churches and a pilgrim mountain. Being able to recollect myself in difficult times and bring myself closer to God is an advantage here in Bugallon. I often visit Mount Zion because of the peaceful and calm environment it offers. It helps me clear my thoughts and calm my weary soul. Me and my wife even consider Mount Zion our favorite place. Kahit nung magjowa pa lang kami, Mount Zion na talaga ang dating spot namin. Saan nga ba magandang mag-date, di ba? E di doon sa lugar na alam mong blessed na blessed ka, para singtibay ng ating pananampalataya ang relasyon mo sa Kanya. Being brave is not enough to face every challenges we encounter. We also need to strengthen our faith in order to overcome everything.